Welcome to Board Games Unboxed. My name is Dennis, and today we are doing an unboxing of Codenames Deep Undercover 2.0. Now, first and foremost, this is from Lark and Clam. It is 4 to 8 players, 18 plus for the age because this is the adult version, and then it is about 15 plus minutes long. Now, this does come with 16 agent cards in 2 colors, so 8 for each. It comes with 1 double agent card, so depending on which team is going first, 7 innocent bystander cards, 1 assassin card, comes with 40 key cards, 1 rulebook, 1 card stand, 195 actual cards with the code names on them, but it actually is double-sided, and then 5 DIY codename cards as well. Now, here at Board Games Unboxed, I also do like to talk about a little bit of the quality when it comes to the box itself, and this one actually has a good quality across the board, has a nice little feel to it, and it doesn't feel very cheap whatsoever. So let's go ahead and move this back here per usual, and let's kind of go over some of the components here in the game. Now, we have, of course, the rule book right over here. Fairly easy to read, a little bit of a small print, but all right nonetheless. Of course, you can watch videos on YouTube about those rules. Now, when it comes to the actual cards in the game, I'm not going to be able to show a lot of the cards because they are adult themed, but just in general, this is what the cards are going to look like right over here for you. Now, there are quite a few, like we talked about, over 195 regular ones, and then there are some that are blank that you can essentially write your own words. There's 5 of those. Now, the actual words right over here, you're going to be able to see twice on the board. So you're going to be able to see one a little bit clearer, which is the word that, one side of the table is going to be able to see. And then on the other side of it, upside down, you're going to see the same word, but a little bit harder to see. I don't know why they did that. But the really cool thing about this is that they are actually double-sided. So you can actually have multiple words for each card. So that's why when there's 195 words but 390 combinations is because they are two-sided. So when you're done with one round, instead of having to throw all the cards out and then put new ones up, you could just flip that set, so that way you can essentially continue playing fairly quickly. Now, the games do come with the actual Ziplocs here, so you can put Ziplocs, all the cards in Ziplocs so they're not flying all over the place. And of course, I'll show you the insert here in just a moment. So these are going to be right over here. This is going to tell you where your colored cards are on the map. The cool thing is, like I said, there's over 40 in here. Well, there's actually exactly 40, but you can also turn them if you really wanted to. They are okay made, like nothing too special about them. The only downside to these is that depending on the lighting, you can actually see through the card a little bit. So I always encourage when I'm playing to have maybe 2 of them right over here, so that way you can't really see what's going on the cards, because if someone's paying attention, they might be able to tell just a little bit of what's going on. Now, those do go on this little stand here. It is literally just some very cheap plastic little holder here that you would just put the card on, so that way it stands in place, and then that way you can not have to worry about moving this all over the place and trying to remember where you guys started. Now, there is a codename Disney's, which actually has a much better stand than this one, but yeah, just something to kind of mention on that. And then the other part to this game is going to be the little icons that go on the cards, whether the team gets it right or wrong. So there is the one, like what they call the death card. Then each team has the 8 cards for themselves with different characters on them. For the most part, there's only like a few different characters, to be honest. I think there's only 2 for each. But that doesn't really mean anything for the game. That's just the color of the team that's important. So there's the red team, and then there is the blue team right over here. So again, each team has 8, and it looks like there's 1 male, 1 female. Just icons. Again, doesn't mean anything. Then there's the actual multi-card, which is essentially one side is blue, one side is red, because whichever team goes first is the team that has this extra card. Now, there is also the bystander, which are the tan colors, but the really funny thing about these ones is each one is a different character, and they all resemble a character from a movie or a TV show. For the most part, it looks like Austin Powers, and some of the characters from that movie are in here. Carmen Sandiego, as well as almost looks like Nick Fury over here as well. So it's interesting that those are the bystanders, but it makes it kind of fun, especially when new players are finally realizing that they are those types of characters and that they're just, for some reason, innocent bystanders. Now, when it comes to the insert of the game here, fairly generic. It does have these little boxes on the edges, so that way it kind of holds everything a little bit cleaner in here. But because everything comes in Ziplocs, there's not a lot of movement with everything, so you can keep it vertical pretty comfortably without worrying about all the spillage going all over the place. But it is fairly generic on the inside, nothing too special there. If you are interested in playing this game, because it is a fun game to play, I will have a link in the show notes down below for you. You can check that out. If you're interested in watching some more unboxings, check out my latest video right over here. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dennis, and I will see you in the next video.